Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. It's Steven here with my channel, Paycheck to Paycheck, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my personal top 5 favorite ways that you can begin to invest your money for under $100. Now, some of these are going to cost you guys next to nothing at all. Make sure you smash that like button and stick around to the end of this video for a special added bonus. If you haven't already, subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the future content that I'm going to be releasing. If you've gained anything valuable from any of my videos, then be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Now with that out of the way, let's go. So I want to make this video really quick and easy. That way really anybody can get started investing for next to nothing. And I want to make this video in a way that my 15-year-old self would understand if I were watching this video and it were like 10 years ago or 13 years ago. Man, where's the time go? Tap that like button. It's free, and that way YouTube will show this video to more people, and it really helps this channel out a lot, so I can't thank you enough. Now with that out of the way, my 5th favorite way that you can begin to invest your money for under $100 is to pull out your phone and download either the M1, Robinhood, or Webull app. All of these apps are commission-free brokerages, so you can make trades without paying anything to the brokerage in a commission. I would deposit $100 into a low-cost index fund that tracks any particular market that you personally are interested in investing in. Let's say if it were the US stock market, you would pick VOO, VTI, SPHD, the list goes on. Now, of course, you guys need to remember that I am not a financial advisor, so I'm not telling you guys what to invest your money in. But if I were going to make an educated guess on what a decent investment would be, I would probably look to someone that has a much more proven track record with investing in the stock market than I do. But I would personally try to go ahead and continue making this $100 deposit consistently and continue to buy that same fund. That way you can dollar cost average in over time and you won't miss out on any of the market's best or worst days. That can really help to compound your returns even more. Next, my 4th favorite way that you can begin to invest your money for under $100 is to spend some time and really just think and do some research and try to figure out what it is that you personally would like to invest in. Try to figure out which investments are right for you. This one is going to be a lot more time-centered rather than money-centered, and it's really important that you start here because you need to understand and be interested in what you're invested in. Consistently investing into things that you understand, it can really help to compound your total returns over the long term. But we just so happen to live in the information age right now. So the entire wealth of information that humans have managed to acquire, it can all be found online. Right there, just right at the tips of our fingertips. And because of this, it can be so easy to get overwhelmed by all the information out there and the misinformation out there and not really knowing what you can trust. So a great place to start whenever you're trying to figure out what investments would work best for you, ask yourself the following 4 questions. Question number 1 is, do you like investments that are most likely to grow in their principal value? Number 2, what do you think about investments that pay you consistent amounts and are likely to increase the amount of those monthly payments? The 3rd question is, what is your risk tolerance and your investment horizon? Are you younger and because of that you have more years in your life that you can be exposed to the market and really take advantage of it? Or are you maybe middle-aged and you need a little bit more of a balance between risk and stability? Or are you older and you really value the stability of your investments a lot more because you may need that money tomorrow and it's not really safe to invest into things that are risky and their values can go up and down dramatically in such a short amount of time. Next, my 3rd favorite way that you can start to invest for under $100 is to spend a little bit of money and go out and buy some books. And I know that you guys may be thinking that I don't want to read. Reading is boring. And trust me, I get it. I'm there with you. And that's okay. You don't have to read an entire book all in one setting. You can break it down into smaller amounts and just read a little bit every day. That way it's not nearly as bad. Or if you want to just get it all done in one setting in a week, that way you don't have to worry about it again, you can absolutely do that as well. The great thing about books is that you can read them on your leisure. With $100, you can buy 5 books that average about $20 a piece. So I went ahead and I made a list of the top 5 books that I would personally want to start with if I were going to start investing, but I didn't really know where to start. Remember that with books, you're increasing your knowledge, and with knowledge comes power. And with great power comes great responsibility. Now, tap the like button because you just realized that Stanley and his Uncle Ben taught us some valuable life lessons from Spider-Man that we can convert over into personal finance or just about anything else. And you may not realize that until just now. Like I said, you can, with $100, you can buy 5 books at about $20 a piece. So go ahead and shop this list around because I wanted to spend roughly $20 a piece. That way you knew that you could buy 5 books and spend under $100. I went ahead and I left a link to all these books down in the description below. But these 5 books are The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. You can pick this book up for right around 12 to 13 bucks. And I love this book because no matter what, whether you agree with all the spiritual mumbo jumbo in here or not, the underlying lessons from the book that teach you about money are inherently true, and they really helped me to realize that the reason why I didn't have any money wasn't because of any circumstances outside of myself, but because it was entirely how I personally behaved with my money. Now, once I fixed the behavior, then the money started to actually happen, and it didn't happen overnight. But this book will without a doubt help you get your finances on track, so it makes this list. The next book on this list is The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. You can pick this book up for around 15 bucks. And this book will teach you guys the basics about investing in real estate. First, it breaks down like the psychology and the motivation and the reasons why you should be investing in real estate. And then it kind of gives you a little bit of a how-to. Now, this book does not teach you everything that you need to know about investing in real estate, but it gets your mind in the right direction. And if you've ever thought about investing in real estate, but maybe you weren't sure if it was something that would work for you, I definitely recommend reading this book, so it makes this list. The next book that makes this list is Principles by Ray Dalio. You can pick this book up for around $25. Now, this book is a bit big, but Ray Dalio is a little bit of a long-winded person. He even says so himself. But this book pretty much teaches you about Ray Dalio's life from his first-hand perspective on his life. And he really teaches you about how he invests on a set of principles. And by investing on a set of principles and by identifying what your personal principles and your personal values and beliefs are, that can really help you in your investing journey, because it can help you to invest in things that are already in line with what you are interested in or things that you care about. So you're much more likely to be a lot more involved with those investments. At least that's what I got from the book. I'm still reading it. I haven't finished it yet, but it's such a good read, so it definitely makes this list. Now, the next book that makes this list is Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. And you can pick this book up for around 15 bucks. And in this book, she really will teach you some strikingly apparent reasons why so many of us struggle with money, how we can combat the culture of being consumers and consuming more resources than we're able to produce, and how we all tend to trade our time for money, but what does money actually get us? And it really just kind of helps you think about your time that you have left on this planet a lot differently. This book is such a great book to change how you fundamentally think about your time and your life and the remaining time that you have left, So this book definitely makes the list. Now finally, we have The Little Book on Common Sense Investing by John Bogle. You can pick this book up for around $15. And this book is one of the easiest to understand books that have been written on the stock market and investing. So this book is definitely a must read for anybody that's considered investing their money or want to invest their money into the stock market and didn't know how passive the stock market can be, because you can invest into the stock market and honestly never really pay attention to it. And so this book is a great read for anybody that's interested in learning the markets in a way that is easy to understand. There it is, my top 5 books that I would begin to pick up if I wanted to start investing. Now, like I said, you can definitely shop these books around and you can pick up a lot of them used for like $3 to $7. So you can pick up all 5 and spend less than $40 and still have $60 left over to actually invest with. So then you can get yourself some real life experience and some conceptual knowledge, all for around $100. So that's amazing. Next, my second favorite way that you can start investing your money for under $100 is to go out there and network. Pay for membership with some different investing groups. Now, I'm not aware of all of the different investing groups out there because there are tons. But if you guys are aware of any, then make sure that you leave the names of these groups down in the comment section below so more people are aware of them and so more people are able to network and learn from each other and be able to bring something to the table so we can all help each other out with our different investments and our goals. And that way we can all propel each other forward. I wanted to save the best for last. My personal favorite way that you can start to invest your money for under $100 is to pick up your phone and download the app Audible and go ahead and pay for a monthly subscription. Now, I know you guys are thinking, already talked about books and books are boring. And you're right, we did. But Audible is awesome. If you have a 30-minute drive on the way to work every day, you can spend 30 minutes just listening to a book every morning on your way there. And after you've gone to work for 5 days, you've already read that book for about 2.5 hours, so you've probably almost already finished it. So it's a great way to get some additional content in and to continue to learn. Because if you haven't already figured it out, I am a huge fan of learning. Because the more that we're able to teach ourselves, then the more that we're able to actually do, and the more that we're able to apply and implement to help change whatever situation that we may find ourselves in throughout the course of life. For Audible, I pay a ridiculously low fee of like $15 a month. So it's really not that bad, and it's absolutely 100% worth it for the flexibility of the reading that it offers. Now, every month when I pay for my membership, I get a free credit, which I'm able to redeem for any title, any book that you can find on Audible. So you can pick up a $70 book for the cost of 1 credit, like $65 just by buying that book with an Audible credit versus actually buying that book with cash. But you can listen to these books no matter where you are. In the car, on a plane, or in a train, or sitting in some park bench, just taking a stroll down memory lane. But there you have it. Those are my personal top 5 favorite ways that you can begin to invest your money for under $100. Now, if you've made it this far, go ahead and tap the like button. And as a token of my appreciation for you tapping that like button to help this channel out, if you go ahead and you click on the Robinhood link that's down in the description below, you will get a free stock. And if you click on the M1 link that I've left down in the description below, I will get a $10 referral bonus, which I believe you will also get a $10 referral bonus, and you will also get your own link that you can provide people, and that way you can earn yourself a bonus just for helping other people figure out ways that they can invest their money in ways that works for them. But what's better than free money? I know, free knowledge, because free knowledge is like free power. And so if I have free power, do I have to be responsible with that power? Well, maybe I'm not the best person to answer that question for you, but you know who is? This guy. That's a great thing about YouTube, is that it's an amazing source of free education and information that so many people are just willing to share with each other. And that sharing of information is just invaluable because it helps us all to grow and excel. Now remember, it's important to always keep educating yourself and learning from each other's experiences. Because if anyone has said it best, I believe it was Sir Isaac Newton when he said, "If I have seen further than any other man, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants." Or something to that effect. But if you like my content, go ahead and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. If you have anything that you would like to see me make a video on, then go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Tap that like button because you realized that this video was super condensed, short, sweet, to the point. Keep it simple, stupid, all the great things that I love to live by. And that helps you out because you're not stuck spending nearly as much time watching me. And remember, most importantly, that if you never stop learning, then you will never stop earning.